Hi friend, inspired from my book The Power of Self-Talk, I'm again back with a very interesting topic. And today I'm going to talk about what's the meaning of instant gratification. By the time this video will end, you will understand what exactly does it means. Is it good or bad? And what we can do so that we can work on ourselves and think about the delayed gratification. Let me start with a very interesting theory. This theory is called the Marshmallow Experiment that was done in 1972 in Stanford University. So in that experiment, the scientists identified some students of the age of 4 and 5 and they put them in one room and they give them one chocolate. And they told them that after 15 minutes, we'll give you two chocolates. So wait for some time. And after that, they went out of the room. And then they watched from a TV that how the children are performing. Some of the children instantly went and had that chocolate. Some waited for some time, thought here and there, and then they had it. There were only few who decided not to eat because they wanted to have two more. Later on, after completing this study, they continued this study for the next 40 years for the same students. And they observed that all those students who could manage themselves at that time from the temptation of that chocolate, they are doing much better in their life. Their scores were better in schools. They had a much better and healthy lifestyle, and they are earning much more than those students who actually went for that. That experiment gave a message that when we are going for instant gratification, there are a lot of benefits, but in long term, all those people who can wait for some time and see a bigger picture, they can get things in a much better way. Brian Tracy has said a very interesting thing. He said, the ability to discipline yourself, to delay gratification in the short term in order to enjoy greater rewards in the long term is the indispensable prerequisite for success. And in general, what happens when we talk about instant gratification, it's more of an impulsive thinking that we want to do something just because we want to do it, because everyone is doing it, so we don't want to be delayed in that. It could be as simple as that. We put a post on social media and we want people to see and people to appreciate us. But when we see it is not happening, then we find some ways, some shortcuts so that that can happen, because we is someone who having millions and millions of views on that. Or maybe in office, we just want to succeed. We just want to go to the next level, irrespective of whether we are capable or not. We do politics and do all sort of things to go to the next level. So that's all with respect to the instant gratification. But when we are doing it, do we realize whether it is good or bad for us? That is something that we need to think about it. Someone has very rightly said, we have become so addicted to instant gratification that we are blind to the impact it has on our lives. In fact, if you look into our day-to-day life, in general, the concept is that we just live for once, so why not enjoy it? Yes, it is true that there is nothing wrong in enjoying the life and there is nothing wrong in doing the thing in that particular moment. But then, whether it is serving the purpose or not serving the purpose, that is something that we need to see. If it is helping us, we should go ahead. But if it is not helping us, at that time we need to think about it. Say, for example, to think about our mental and physical health. Often it happens that we watch OTT or web series, maybe entire series in one night, in one go, maybe 6 hours, 10 hours. Fine, nothing wrong in that, in seeing it. But then, is it helping us or is it not helping us? Is it improving our physical health? Is it improving our mental health or not? That is something that we need to see. Then similar, if we look into our family, at times it happens that in India especially, we are seeing a lot of divorces which are happening. And if you see in the last 20 years, that number has increased a lot. If you try to find out what's the reason behind all those divorces, you will find there is no reason, no such reason which you can say that, okay, this is something very concrete about it. Why it is happening? Only because of instant gratification. We just want quick result. We just want that things should happen in my way. If it is not happening in my way, then we start thinking some other things. Similarly, if we talk about financial stability, that's another area wherein a lot of people want to earn a lot of money very quickly. Say, for example, if we talk about stock market. Now, stock market is booming. People want to invest money and earn immediately. Now, many of them don't know anything about stock market, but just because other people are earning, they also want to invest the money without realizing that Maybe in short term they can earn good money, but then when the market crashes, it is those people who lose the most. And similarly, there can be many things, there are many symptoms that we go through in our life without realizing that through instant gratification, we may be having a fun, but then that is short-lived and that is not serving the purpose. Well, someone has very rightly said, you are constantly tested by the delayed gratification. So what to do about it? I think the only way to enjoy the life is that we need to understand, we need to be mindful about what we are doing, what decisions we are taking. If doing something in short term is helping and it is good for us, certainly we should go for it. But in case it is not, then we need to be mindful about what we are doing and what measures we can take so that we can manage ourselves, we can manage our mind. So let me share some quick steps to that. The first thing is we need to see our urges, that how it is happening. Now, urge can be as simple as looking to the WhatsApp messages every 5 minutes. Nothing wrong in watching the WhatsApp message every 5 minutes, but whether it is required or not. So just observe that how many times I have that urge and how many different things which are happening in my life every day where I've got the urge to do something just because there is urge and there is no other reason. Then the second step is, whenever I have an urge next time, can I have a little gap between it? Maybe instead of 5 minutes, I can delay checking the WhatsApp by just another 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And it can be applied to other things in life. Once we can do that mindfully, then we can get an idea that yes, I have got that power to do that. Then the third step is that in case I'm not able to control myself and I had some snacks or I had some sweets which even I don't want because I want to control my weight, nothing wrong in that. Let me have it. But now let me mindfully see that whether it helped me mentally and physically, whether I'm feeling more healthy or I'm feeling more tardy after that. Remember that. Then comes the fourth step, that whenever the same situation appears again, at that time, before going for it, think about it, that what was the experience last time, whether it was good or bad. If we can be mindful about remembering that how was our experience in the previous time, it can certainly help us to understand that whether this time we should go for it. And then the last and the most important step, irrespective of whether we had instant gratification or delayed gratification, in both the cases, we must enjoy that moment. If we are enjoying it, then we can relish the life. Certainly, it is good to have a delayed gratification so that we can have long-term benefit and so that we can enjoy the life to the fullest. Well, someone has said very rightly that the heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, toiled ever upward through the night. My dear friends, if I talk about myself throughout the day, I had many situations where there is an instant gratification and I attempt to do it and I fail many times. Even today, while preparing for this video, I have seen myself failing many times, but I'm challenging myself and improving every day. What you are doing, I'm looking for your feedback. Thank you.